Hey there, Cowboys fan! Let's talk honestly for a moment. Every season, we, the die-hard Dallas Cowboys faithful, enter with sky-high expectations. And why shouldn't we? This team has a legacy that demands excellence. But let's face it, our recent performances have left us with more questions than answers. And at the center of this storm stands Mike McCarthy. Now, I'm not here to throw him under the bus. But isn't it fair to ask if he's the right man to lead us to glory? He came in with promises of innovation, discipline, and strategy. Yet, how often have we seen those promises truly come to life? Sure, there have been flashes of brilliance, but consistency, that's another story. Think about this for a second. Do you feel McCarthy has delivered on what he promised? Let me know in the comments below. Let's make this a poll. Do you think Mike McCarthy is the coach we need right now? Vote yes or no in the comments. And hey, while you're at it, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Your support keeps this community thriving. Let's hit our goal of 12,000 subscribers together, one Cowboys fan at a time. But here's the thing. This isn't just about McCarthy. It's about what he represents, a system that feels stuck when we should be surging ahead. As fans, we deserve answers, and more importantly, we deserve results. So as we dive deeper, let's peel back the layers and really see what's happening behind the scenes. Stick around, because the next part is where we uncover the challenges that seem to hold McCarthy back and maybe even the team itself. All right, Cowboys fan, let's dig deeper. Mike McCarthy's job is no cakewalk. He's facing challenges from every angle. Injuries, tough schedules, and an ever-watchful fan base like us, demanding greatness every Sunday. But does that excuse the inconsistency? Let's break it down. First, the injuries. It's a valid excuse, sure, but every team faces injuries. Look at teams like the 49ers or Eagles. They adapt, adjust, and still dominate. So, why does it feel like every time we lose a key player, the wheels start to wobble? Is that on the players? Or is it on McCarthy and his staff to have the next man ready? Let me know your thoughts below. Speaking of staff, there's been talk about how McCarthy's coaching decisions and play calling have impacted the team. Remember when he took over the play calling duties this season? We all hoped it would inject life into the offense. But has it really worked? Here's a question for you. Should McCarthy focus solely on being a head coach and let someone else handle the play calling? Drop your vote in the comments, yes or no. Now let's talk about the locker room. McCarthy often emphasizes accountability and consistency, but does the team reflect that on the field? Think about the penalties, the miscommunication, and the moments where it feels like we're shooting ourselves in the foot. As fans, it's frustrating to see a team with so much talent constantly struggle with the basics. One last thing. What about McCarthy's ability to inspire the team? Football is more than X's and O's. It's about leadership. Does he bring out the fire in the players? When you think about great coaches like Jimmy Johnson, they made players believe in the impossible. Do you feel McCarthy has that spark? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated. You don't want to miss the rest of this breakdown. Now, as we move forward, we're going to explore something really intriguing: how the Cowboys' identity as a team might be holding McCarthy and the players back. Hang tight, because things are about to get even more interesting. All right, friend, here's a tough pill to swallow. Maybe the Cowboys' biggest problem isn't just Mike McCarthy. Maybe it's the culture, the identity of this team that's holding everyone back. Hear me out on this. The Dallas Cowboys are America's team, right? That title comes with massive expectations. Fans demand excellence. The media scrutinizes every move, and the pressure to perform is relentless. It's a double-edged sword. While this legacy fuels excitement, does it also create distractions? What do you think? Does the title America's team help or hurt the Cowboys? Share your take in the comments. Now, let's talk about style of play. Over the years, the Cowboys have tried to balance a smash-mouth, run-heavy offense with a more modern, explosive passing game. But has this constant shift left us without a clear identity? Look at teams like the Chiefs or Eagles. They know who they are. The Cowboys. Sometimes it feels like we're stuck in an identity crisis. And then there's Jerry Jones. Love him or hate him, he's a central figure in everything the Cowboys do. His involvement keeps the team in the headlines, but does it also overshadow the coaching staff? Think about this. Can any coach, let's settle it, drop a yes if you think Jerry's influence helps, or no if you think it hinders the team? Finally, the pressure cooker. Every game feels like it's win or bust, and that mindset can wear on a team. Mistakes become magnified, and confidence can crumble. You have to wonder, does this relentless pressure hurt the player's ability to perform? Before we dive into the next chapter, I've got a quick favor to ask. You're enjoying this breakdown? Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Help us reach our goal of 12,000 subscribers. Means the world to us. We'll tackle a big question. Is McCarthy the right man to break this cycle? Get ready, because it's going to get real. All right, let's get straight to it. Is Mike McCarthy really the guy who can turn things around for the Dallas Cowboys? We've seen glimpses of his potential creative plays, bold calls, and moments where the team looks unstoppable. But we've also seen the other side. Questionable decisions, lack of adaptability, and games where it feels like he's just out-coached. Here's a thought experiment. If Mike McCarthy wasn't the Cowboys' head coach, and we were looking at his performance objectively, would you hire him to lead this team? Be honest. Let me know in the comments. The reality is, McCarthy came into Dallas with a Super Bowl ring, promising to bring a winning culture. But has he delivered? Sure, the team has made the playoffs, but playoff appearances aren't enough. Not for a team with this much talent and this much hype. Let's talk about some of the criticisms that keep coming up. One major issue is time management. How many times have we seen clock mismanagement cost us crucial moments in tight games? And then there's the lack of adjustments during big games. Opponents figure out the Cowboys' game plan, but where are the counter-moves? But to be fair, McCarthy's job isn't easy. The injuries, the intense media scrutiny, and the pressure to perform every week, it's a lot. Plus, he's working with Jerry Jones, looking over his shoulder, which, as we've discussed, might not make things easier. So, let's put it to you. What's your verdict on McCarthy? Should the Cowboys stick with him and trust the process, or is it time to explore other options? Vote in the comments, type stay if you believe in McCarthy, or go if it's time to move on. Before we transition, let's not ignore the elephant in the room. If McCarthy goes, who takes his place? Deion Sanders? Dan Quinn, a rising college coach. The possibilities are endless, but that decision comes with risks too. If you've made it this far, you're clearly as invested in this team as I am. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Your support helps us create more content like this, and we're so close to our goal of 12,000 subscribers. Let's hit it together. Here we are, standing on the edge of what feels like a turning point for our Dallas Cowboys. The decisions made in the coming weeks could shape the team's identity for years to come. So, what's next for America's team? First, let's address the biggest question. If Mike McCarthy's seat truly heats up, what's the plan? We've talked about Deion Sanders. Imagine the energy and swagger he could bring back to Dallas. But is he the right fit for this roster? Deion's charisma is unmatched. But could his relatively short coaching resume handle the pressure of leading an NFL team? Or what about Dan Quinn? He's already familiar with the players, and the defense has flourished under his leadership. But does promoting Quinn solve all the issues? Or does it create new ones? Another route could be looking at top college coaches, or even NFL coordinators, eager to prove themselves. The possibilities spark both excitement and uncertainty. Who do you think should take the reins if McCarthy doesn't work out? Let's get a discussion going in the comments. Drop your pick for the Cowboys' next head coach. And while on defense, a high-flying offensive juggernaut. Something in between. The answers lie in the hands of Jerry Jones and his staff. But as fans, our voices matter too. So, here's a challenge for you. In one word, describe what the Cowboys need most right now. Discipline, swagger, leadership? Let me know below. Before we wrap up, I want to thank you for being part of this conversation. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and enable notifications. Let's keep building this community of diehard Cowboys fans. It's your support that keeps us going. The future is uncertain, but one thing is clear. Being a Cowboys fan means never giving up hope. Let's see how this season unfolds. And no matter what, we'll be here to break it all down with you. Go Cowboys! What do you think? Ready for the next big move? Coaching is a massive piece of the puzzle. It's not the only one. The Cowboys roster is stacked with talent, but how it's utilized will be key. Will Dak Prescott remain the centerpiece of this team's offense? Or is it time to consider a shift? And what about young stars like Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb? These players are the future, but they need the right leadership to maximize their potential. Now, let's think big picture. What kind of team do we want the Cowboys to be? A powerhouse built